Hey guys, today we got another watch unboxing, and this one is going to be a limited edition Beatles watch. So this is a Raymond Weil watch. Raymond Weil is a brand that's known for making watches that are kind of in the entry-level, affordable luxury is what they call it. It's the same segment that brands such as, I would say Hamilton, some Longines, the lower-end Longines, and lower-end Oris, Frederick Constant, these type of brands all compete in this price segment. Raymond Weil competes in it as well. They are from Geneva. Despite the name, it is not a fashion brand, okay? I want to get this out. Raymond Weil sounds like a fashion brand. It sounds like Michael Kors. It sounds like Calvin Klein and stuff. It isn't, okay? So don't put this brand in the same bucket as those other watches, okay? Fashion watches generally suck because they're just overpriced. Then they use very cheap movements, usually quartz movements, right? Raymond Weil actually, even though they do make quartz watches and stuff, but a lot of their movements are automatic as well, and their watch is actually fairly good quality. So don't be fooled. Raymond Weil, even though it sounds like a fashion company, it really isn't, okay? It's a legit Swiss watchmaker, and they make some pretty decent designs for the price. So yeah, I just want to get that out of the way. They are a legit watch brand. They're maybe not so appreciated in the watch collecting circles, but you know, I think that's due to probably the fact that they sell a lot of quartz watches and they compete in the lower end of the segment. Anyways, they've done a lot of collaborations with musical artists, and like they've done one with Jimi Hendrix. They've done some with David Bowie, I believe, as well, with AC/DC. But this one is the Beatles, who are one of my favorite bands of all time. I mean, who doesn't love the Beatles, right? And this is their very last collaboration with them. They've done 3 different watches with them so far. They've done one where I think which just shows all their albums. I think that one is called the Help watch, although it lists all their albums in kind of like a chronological order. It's called the Help watch because the Help album, I guess, icon and logo is the most prominent on that dial. And then they released the Abbey Road watch, and Abbey Road is my favorite album, but for that watch I didn't really like the design too much. Really the only difference is I think for one of the indexes of the dial, it's the 4 members of the Beatles, you know, doing their famous pose when across the crosswalk in the Abbey Road, you know, cover. So yeah, that's an iconic cover and it's an iconic pose. But really, that's the only thing that they did to that watch was have that on the dial. And then they did the Sgt. Pepper's one, which I believe is just like an LP. So you know the vinyl LP record. It's just the dial looks like a vinyl LP record, and that's it. Again, nothing that really is that special, but I think it's still interesting that they did a collaboration with the Beatles, and this is their last collaboration with the Beatles. It is called the Let It Be watch, named after the Beatles' last album, of course, and I actually like this design. So yeah, let's take a look here. So all these watches are limited edition. They're limited to 3,000 units, I believe. So yeah, this one says, celebrating the iconic Beatles, the best-selling band of all time, one of the most influential bands of all time, of course. So yeah, this is the 2021 limited edition, just came out this year, I believe in June. So yeah, and I have number 400 of 3,000 units. Yeah, and this is their last collaboration with the Beatles. This is their 4th collaboration with them and last one. So yeah, the exclusive design featuring inspired Beatles, produced under license, and signed by the CEO. It's always nice to have some certificate of authenticity because it is limited edition. Although 3,000 isn't that limited, right? I think my Belova Banker is actually the most limited watch I have. That's only 350 units. But even my Orient limited edition is 1,500 units, and my Oris limited edition is 1,000 units. So 3,000 units isn't that limited. It's quite a bit, actually. And this watch retails for $2,000, right? I want to be clear with that. It's limited, $2,000. I mean, it's at a price where a lot of people can afford it, but you know, a lot of people might not be put off by it as well. It's definitely not cheap. And they have this as well. This is a little booklet here. Okay, what's it's about? It's a special message. Family heritage. And this is my first Raymond Weil watch, right? So I didn't exactly know what to expect. distinguished as one of the last independent family-owned operated companies in Swiss watch industry. That's true. If you guys don't know too much about Swiss watches, a lot of the Swiss brands are covered by one of the big watch groups, either Swatch or Richemont, right? So brands you may know and love, like Breguet or Glashütte Original or Omega, Tissot, they're all owned by Swatch, actually. And yeah, a lot of watch brands are actually owned by one of these big companies. Raymond Weil is not. Raymond Weil is independent and it's family owned. So yeah, it's led by the grandson of the founder. Yeah, it's family-owned company. Precision quality, Raymond Weil combined. Okay. This is just talking about their company. I thought it would be something more unique to this watch, but it's not. I guess the only thing unique to this watch right now is a certificate of authenticity. Just nice to have, I guess. It's just, yeah, the Beatles right here, I guess, inlaid. Yeah. All right, I'll open the box. In the back, you have top here saying Raymond Weil celebrating iconic the Beatles right there. I wonder if there's anything under here. Nope, no extra straps or anything, nothing. So this is the watch itself. It says 400 on it because I have the 400th one produced out of 3000. And yeah, let's go over the watch. So they give you a nice leather strap here. It says Raymond Weil on it. Yeah, there we go. Raymond Weil. They are a Geneva based company which has a lot of famous watchmakers, but they don't have the Geneva seal. Keep that in mind. But watches with the Geneva seal are really expensive, like Chopard, for example. Those watches tend to be, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars. I think this is their logo. Yeah, RW, their logo. And on the back here, here you have the Beatles logo kind of inlaid here and imprinted. And actually, yeah, there's a lot of decent amount of decoration on the back of this movement here. I believe this is a Salida movement, maybe? The RW4216. So this is a Raymond Weil movement right here, but I think it might be based on a Salida. So, yeah. Not a completely in-house movement. I think Raymond Weil might have done some in-house movements, but I'm not 100% on that. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're up to Frederic Constant in this area. So they have sapphire crystal, number 400 of 3000, like I said. That's what everything tells me as well. Limited edition, Swiss made, and water resistant to 50 meters, 65 feet. So yeah, I like the back here. You know, the Beatles logo is right here in that very decently decorated movement. Definitely not bad. Automatic movement, of course. I could have done without all this limited edition stuff. If you have 400 out of 3000, you don't need to have this extra limited edition thing here. I would have preferred not to have that. But yeah, it's fine too, I guess. Alright, and now the front of the movement. So yeah, the thing I liked about this Let It Be version, by the way, again, just like other Raymond Weil collaborations with the Beatles and other music artists as well, there's nothing here that truly makes me think that this has anything to do with the name. So the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's, for example, that one just had like an LP type of shape on the dial. And what does that have to do with Sgt. Pepper's? Why is it specific to Sgt. Pepper's? I don't know. The Let It Be version, this version is the same thing. I don't know what in this watch makes it specific to Let It Be, right? There's nothing in this watch that really says Let It Be, right? And that's fine to me, because Let It Be isn't one of my favorite Beatles albums. Abbey Road is, and Sgt. Pepper and Revolver, those are all great albums. Let It Be is not one of the Beatles' best albums, and that's fine. That there's nothing in this watch that alludes to Let It Be, and that's totally fine by me. I actually bought it because the design intrigued me. The design of this watch is more like an homage to the Beatles' origin, right? The origins of the Beatles, which is in the UK. So you can tell that the shape of this is a semi-skeleton movement. It's not a full skeletized movement, but it's a semi-skeletized movement, bigger than a heartbeat movement, but not a full skeletonized movement. It's like a semi-skeletonized movement, and you can tell that the skeleton shape is in the shape of the UK, roughly. And the center of the dial here is actually supposedly based on Liverpool, which is where the Beatles are from. If this is the shape of the UK, then the center of the dial is actually Liverpool. They have the Beatles here on the left side, and then has the Raymond Weil logo on the right side, of course. So yeah, that is the biggest thing you'll notice about this watch, is the shape of this cutout here for the skeleton movement is based on the UK's, the country's outline, right? United Kingdom's outline kind of looks like this roughly, I think. And it's very unique. I think I haven't seen any other skeletonized movement look like this, so that's what kind of drew me to this version. And they had the four it is applied indices, but the four indices again for the fourth marker here, the 4-hour marker, that's special too because it represents the 4 members of the Beatles. So those are really the special touches of this watch here, is that unique skeletonized cutout in the shape of the UK, as well as the 4 index marker here representing the 4 members of the Beatles. Other than that, I like the gray dial here and the gold indices. I think that's all pretty cool as well. I like heartbeat movements, so having this be an extra special heartbeat movement essentially is pretty nice. Again, nothing on this dial or this watch alludes to the fact that this is a Let It Be watch, right? I don't know why they even called it a Let It Be watch. There's nothing related to Let It Be here, and that's fine. But I just wish, I don't know why they called it Let It Be. This is just an homage to the Beatles in general, right? To their origins, which is the UK and Liverpool. So that to me is a more interesting aspect. And they have clasp here, buckle says RW, their logo. This is vegan leather, I believe. So some people have said this is the same color as John Lennon's coat on the rooftop concert. But to me, you know, that's just kind of a coincidence. I'm not really sure if they intended to match the color of his coat or not. I do think that they probably coincided the launch of this watch and called it Let It Be to capitalize on the Beatles documentary that came out recently, Get Back, which is directed by Peter Jackson, I believe. It's a 3-part documentary, and I do encourage people who are fans of the Beatles to watch it, because there is some behind-the-scenes footage of the original Let It Be film that was never shown. And this is the first time that's been shown. So I think Raymond Weil just wanted to take advantage of that documentary coming out for Let It Be and promote this watch as kind of like a Let It Be watch, when really there's nothing related to Let It Be here. But still, I enjoy the look of this dial. It's a really nice, unique skeletonized movement. And the size of this dial isn't too big. It's 40 millimeters, which to me is probably the right size for a watch. Anything bigger to me looks a little bit too big on my wrist, I think, and a little bit too much. And anything smaller, you know, people will think it's a lady's watch. So I think 38 to 40 millimeters is probably the right size for a watch for me. Yeah, not too big, not too small. So yeah, this is a nice design for me. I really like the anthracite dial, is what they call it, but it's actually gray, I think. Anthracite is kind of just being a little bit more fancy with the names and stuff. I really do like the unique skeletonized movement, and I like the gold markers. And yeah, the back is pretty nice as well. I wouldn't pay the full $2,000 for this. I got this on a discount because of the Black Friday sale on Joma Shop. So I paid about $1,500 for it, and that's probably the most I would pay for a watch like this. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the full retail price, because I think that's just because of the Beatles association and the limited edition stuff. They can upcharge things like that. But yeah, I probably would not pay more than $1,500 for it. That's the price I pay for it. So yeah, how does it look on my wrist? Just right. I mean, 40 millimeters I think is just right for my wrist. It is not too big and not too small. And it calls attention to the fact that you like the Beatles without being too, you know, without going overboard. So that's what I like about it as well. It's just a nice looking watch in general, right? People can look at it and say, oh, you like the Beatles and stuff, and they can also just appreciate it as just a nice looking watch. So yeah, for fans of the Beatles, for fans of just a nice classy looking watch that you can wear to formal occasions maybe, or even every day, I think you can dress this up or down if you want. It's a very versatile watch. To me, this is the best looking out of all the Beatles collaborations that Raymond Weil has done. This is their best looking watch, I think. It is very versatile, and for people who like skeletonized movements, something that stands out a little bit but not too much, I think this is a very nice watch. So yeah, I recommend this to all fans of the Beatles and other fans as well. If you're not a fan of the Beatles, I think this is still a nice watch to pick up. Just because in general, I think this looks very nice. Doesn't attract too much attention. You know, it can bring up conversation about the Beatles, or it can just bring up conversation from people who just think this is a nice, classy looking watch. So yeah, I think this is a pretty nice watch for me. So that's why I got this. I think this is easily their best looking one from the collaborations. So that's it, guys. The Raymond Weil Beatles limited edition Let It Be, in quotes. Nothing related to Let It Be on here, but that's how they market it. Yeah, the very nice skeletonized watch here with nice design, I think. Again, not too much and not too little. It's just right. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. As always, thanks for watching.